Yes, we're here in Fullerton. We're about to take Metrolink to Irvine and go biking around South County, which is increasingly affordable now that I'm taking a 1-unit college course because I get a free Metrolink pass for the low price of insert how much 1 unit costs. Free hot dog skewers. Looks like there's a Surfliner connector bus that goes to Palm Springs. That might come in handy later. Yes, because the Sunset Limited arrives at Palm Springs at like midnight. Well, I'm glad I did my Mexico trip the week before that happened. Literally the weekend before that happened. I've recently been binge watching old Fullerton Railfan videos, and it's kind of amazing how different the station used to look. That's actually how I got into trains in the first place. My dad would bring my brother and I down here to watch the trains, but then 9/11 ruined it because the new security stopped letting people stand around at the train station. So my interest in trains was put on hold for many years until it surfaced multiple times again. There's my free student adventure pass. Yeah, Metrolink's done some pretty interesting things over the years to boost ridership, including at one point they added this new platform right here to have a variant of the Orange County line that only goes between Fullerton and Laguna Niguel, and that didn't last. Yeah, none of these terminate in Fullerton, so I'm not sure if that platform is even used for anything. They also had an Orange County day pass, which doesn't exist anymore either. So what are my thoughts on how to increase ridership? Ride the train. It's such a good day for a bike ride. Fullerton somewhat recently got a second elevator, which is faster, but it doesn't have the cool factor of the mechanical bell in the old one. That was pretty weak. There you go. Alright, let's get that train. And the door opens right over the ramped part of the platform, so I have to lift extra high. From Fullerton, we curve south into Anaheim, passing through industrial areas, before crossing the Diamond with the local freight tracks. We then arrive to Anaheim Station's extra-long platform, which was extended when the new Arctic station was built just east of the original station. Good biking. Oh, look at all that water. We've got lots of rain. The space within the Y with the Olive subdivision is occupied by a storage lot for this crane company. You'll notice a similar trend in San Diego, where in Miramar, the Y has a boat storage inside of it.
Orange is our next stop.
Okay, we've definitely covered this section before. No way, they finally demolished that hometown buffet.
Our next station stop is Santa Ana.
Wonder what's going there.
If this is your destination, please watch your step.
Future home of the OC streetcar. Santa Ana has one of the nicest looking stations I've seen in California. We then kick up speed into Tustin because the trains here are allowed to go 90 miles per hour. Passing by Tustin Legacy, a new residential development built on a former military base, home of the recently burned down historic World War II blimp hangar, and the other one that still stands. Good biking. Oh wait, we already covered that trail in the Seranno Valley video. So we're going to be biking a different side of Irvine. We're going to be heading east towards Lake Forest, up the Seranno Creek Trail, east through Mission Viejo, up over into Rancho Santa Margarita, or so I thought, then heading down San Antonio, or so I thought, and then cutting back over to Mission Viejo to take the train back, if it all works out. It's going to be a good ride. That's where I found that toad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Metrolink 2.
How are the pineapple guava trees doing? Well, they're not going to be in season for several months. I don't think I would shop at an online bookstore that sells groceries. From here, we're going to go east on Barranca, where it turns into Muirlands. Here we have some of Irvine's selectively preserved agricultural land that's probably on the plan to be developed at some point. More more strawberries. I just noticed something. It's starting to look like springtime. We head north on Bake Parkway for a few blocks. Then right after Toledo, we turn onto the start of the Seranno Creek Trail.
It's that easy.
Just like that. Now we shouldn't have to hear traffic noise for a while. Grapefruit shot, grapefruit shot. Right now you're looking at the grapefruit shot. This trail is nice since it is a creek. It follows the gentlest grade up the hillside. Is that what I think it is? Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? That it is. The first jasmine I've seen this season. So good, so good. More grapefruit. Here we approach one of the few street crossings at Trabuco Road. Downshift. This is the right of way of some really big water pipeline, or actually I think 2 really big water pipelines. Here we're right next to Lake Forest's new city hall, which is right in the middle of an industrial zone. The barbed wire with the beautiful flowers really makes an impression. Sagebrush. This stuff, I claim it smells like Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew Baja Blast specifically. So good. The zoning here is just so interesting. It's like you got this beautiful scenic trail, and then you have XPO Logistics, this freight yard. I guess it's great because if you work here, you can commute on a beautiful trail instead of on the streets. Random orange tree. Then we get a grade separation. We get to go under a bridge. Most uncreatively named park in Lake Forest. It's called Nature Park. I don't know who this stop sign is for. Over here is a new neighborhood built on what used to be a wholesale plant nursery. And since I can't seem to get enough of the historic OC aerial imagery website, I was fascinated to see that this particular lot had been used for agriculture dating back at least to the 1930s. Anyways, let's keep going. It's actually quite ambiguous whether the stuff over here is part of the trail or it's part of the employee break area for the industrial place. And I'll leave that up to you to decide. Yeah, like this. Is this part of the trail or is this part of this? And in typical wholesale nursery turned neighborhood fashion, they're staggering the completion of the houses to make it look like there's a scarce supply, so they can charge more, even though it's less efficient to build that way. But anyways, this is where we're gonna exit. This street is the back entrance to the sports park. You can tell by the abundance of parked cars we're close to the park. The other least creatively named park in Lake Forest. Lake Forest Sports Park. Actually, this is coming from the same person who said to stop naming stuff after people who have really difficult names to pronounce. So yes, I agree. And heading this way towards Rancho Santa Margarita in Mission Viejo. I decided in the interest of time to skip the Rancho Santa Margarita portion of the ride and head through Mission Viejo on Oso Creek instead. Fun fact about this street, Olympiad Road. It was renamed that in honor of the 1984 Olympic cycling event which took place here. I turned east on Alicia Parkway trying to find the Oso Creek Trail. I figured it would be this way since Lake Mission Viejo was built within Oso Creek after all. Well, it would appear the trail is not on this street because of the golf course that was also built in the creek. I guess I could have looked at a map. The Google says this is a bike trail, but there's a sign that says no trespassing. But it leads right into the golf course, so it doesn't look like it was the one that I want. Sad face, Google, sad face. We're at the point of the ride where I start getting lost on purpose and figure out later where I was, which is my favorite part. And speaking of getting lost, my alternate route happened to go right through the middle of a gated neighborhood, so I would have to go all the way around instead. I can't get over the irony that the street that the Olympic cycling event was on doesn't even have a bike lane. Oh, I take that back, there is a bike lane. It just didn't start for a few hundred feet. Well, I found a sign for the trail, and what 12-mile-per-hour speed limit is this? Okay, there's some good trail history. Okay, let's go. Mission Viejo has a really nice community center. It feels like an amusement park in some parts. I wasn't paying attention and I missed the bridge part. Go this way. I think that's the end of the trail. I need to zoom to the train station. I'm just gonna go with the fastest way possible. Oso Parkway to Cabot Road to Forbes Mission Viejo Station. Freeway traffic, share the road. Since at least 2 people have corrected my assessment that there's no food around here, I think we deserve to pay this place a visit. This was the place, right? They told me, quote, "We don't even have any food." So, art walk it is.